We're told to eat less sugar, eat more protein, cut out carbs. We've all heard conflicting nutrition advice that leaves us confused about what we should be eating. So today, I'm going to set the record straight and help you separate the diet facts from fiction. I'm a family physician. I'm a family physician with over 20 years of clinical experience. And one of the most frustrating things about nutrition is how many conflicting studies there are and how much misinformation is out there. It can be very confusing to sort through it all, but today I want to talk about 5 very common diet myths that are just simply not true. So let's start off with myth now. One, and that is that eating fat will make you fat. Now, this is simply not true. There are multiple different types of fats. You have saturated fats, you have unsaturated fats. You have trans fats, and they all do not behave the same way in your body. Saturated fats tend to raise your LDL cholesterol more so than your HDL cholesterol. And we have been made to believe that LDL is bad and HDL is good, but actually, it's not that simple. Your HDL cholesterol acts as a transport mechanism to remove fat or remove oxidized fat from your cells. So, if you don't have enough HDL cholesterol, you can't clear this fat and other things out of your cells, which then leads to inflammation in your arteries. So having higher levels of HDL cholesterol is actually protective against heart disease. Now, trans fats are created when you hydrogenate oils, meaning you turn liquid oils into solid at room temperature by adding hydrogen to them. And these are found in things like margarine, shortening, and many packaged baked goods. And these have been shown to be very pro-inflammatory. They increase your risk of cancer, of heart disease, of stroke, and should be avoided. Now, unsaturated fats, especially the omega-3 fatty acids, are actually anti-inflammatory and very good for your health. In general, the evidence has shown that eating more omega-3 fatty acids decreases your risk of depression, increases your HDL cholesterol, decreases triglycerides, and actually decreases your risk of cancer and heart disease. So don't be afraid of eating fat. Just make sure you're eating the right kinds of fats. No. 2, carbohydrates are bad for you. Now, again, this is too simplistic a view. Carbs or carbohydrates are made up of sugars, starches, and fiber. And yes, we need some carbs in our diet, but we definitely don't need all the carbs that are recommended by most dietary guidelines. The American Heart Association recommends that we eat less than 225 grams per day, and most people consume well over that. But most people also get their carbs from highly processed sources, like breads, pasta, cereal, biscuits, muffins, sodas, and juice. These cause our blood sugar to skyrocket, and then we get this huge insulin release from our pancreas. Over time, this chronically elevated insulin level leads to insulin resistance, which causes other problems down the road. So, I recommend getting most of your carbs from non-processed foods, vegetables, and try to keep your overall carbs under 150 grams per day. No. 3, all calories are created equal. This is absolutely not true. A calorie is a unit of measurement of energy. It doesn't take into account the biological activity of the food. Does the food increase your blood sugar? Is it very filling? Does it cause you to be hungry later? All of these factors are not taken into account when you just look at calories in versus calories out. For example, 100 calories of broccoli is going to affect your body very differently than 100 calories of M&S. The broccoli will fill you up. It will not cause you to be hungry later. And it will not cause big swings in your blood sugar or your hunger hormones. Whereas the M&Ms, being highly concentrated, palatable, liquid calories, will cause you to be hungry an hour later and cause big swings in your hunger hormones and your blood sugar. So no, not all calories are created equal. Number 4, if you eat after 6 p.m., it'll make you fat. This is not true. Fat gain is directly related to the total number of calories that you consume over the course of the entire day. It does not matter when you eat those calories. There's nothing magical about the hour of the day that you eat. So eat when you're hungry. Eat when it's convenient for you. That's not going to make a difference. What is going to make a difference is what you eat. And The total number of calories that you consume over the course of the entire day. And no, 5, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Again, this is a myth. There's no scientific basis for this claim. When your body is in the fasting state, it is very efficient at using its stored energy. In fact, many people will experience increased energy in the morning if they are not eating breakfast. On the other hand, eating a high carbohydrate breakfast, like most people do, will actually cause a crash later in the morning. So, no, breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. Eat when you're hungry, eat what you're hungry for, and it won't necessarily be in the morning. Well, I hope this helps to clarify some of the confusion about nutrition. Remember, you can't outrun a bad diet. So make sure you're eating right, and I'll see you next time.